assistant referee not putting his flag up because it didn't get to Sol, but Larea wanted to make sure that the assistant was on the same wavelength and looked about a yard off.
Huge reception for Ismail Kone as he was wheeled out towards the dugout here inside the stadium. As it comes to the right side for Luka Jaquez, one of the 4 players that have come into the starting lineup today for Switzerland, as the pressure comes from Jonathan David. Kyle Larin goes chasing to the far side as Akanji plays it down that touchline. Canada in the white. If you're just tuning in.
From Cornelius, don't think he saw Mbolo run off his shoulder and try to track towards the goalkeeper. Good start from Canada on the front foot, very positive, pressing high, trying to impose themselves on the game.
Jesse Marsch did say ahead of this game in the press conference in the stadium yesterday, it is very important not to go into this match with a mentality that a draw will do. That's not the way he wants this team to play. It's not the way he wants his teams to play in general.
And a free kick there. Jaquez just pushing Ali Ahmed right in the corner. It was certainly a foul for me. He's saying that it's a shoulder, but as you'll see, as you move and extend the arm like that, that's a foul, that's a push. Ali Ahmed wins a free kick in a dangerous area. Schwaner in the side for Eustáquio is going to go over and take this one. He's usually got a terrific delivery, one of his strengths for sure.
He played for a year in Switzerland with Grasshoppers in Zurich. Moved there in August of 2024, spent a year there, so familiar with the Swiss style of play for sure. And Schwanier now standing over Canada's first corner, just 3 minutes in here in Vancouver. Schwanier's ball into that front post is headed firmly away. Cross comes Richie Larea, first to react, the Toronto FC man, as it's out of play before Sol could get there. The Sevilla man will take the throw quickly and go backwards towards the Stuttgart right back Jaquez. The other game in the group being played at exactly the same time as this one. And a foul here. And the referee gives the free kick away of Switzerland right in front of Jesse Marsch, who stands arms folded on the edge of his technical area.
That was a late one from Larea and Jaquez. It's a foul, nothing more. Jaquez trying to influence the Brazilian referee, as he always does, tries to dominate the game in every way. Outstanding midfield player. Sunderland in the English Premier League.
Alistair Johnston heading that one back, but it's gone out for a corner on the far side. He was trying to direct that to Maxime Cré.
I don't know if that was the right option to try and direct it back to the goalkeeper. In the end, I think he was in two minds, so it skims off his head out for a corner when really it should have went the same direction it came from Johnson, who had tucked in really far, really inside.
Into the front post where Saliba will head firmly away. Out it goes for a throw for Switzerland. Nathan Saliba with a goal and an assist in 33 minutes against Qatar. This is his first start since the 0-0 draw against Tunisia in March. His 8th international start on his 17th cap. The 3rd time he's started a competitive match for Canada, Nathan Saliba. We saw him impactful in the Gold Cup last year. He certainly will not be overawed by the stage he's on today.
Not at all. He's a tremendous player. He's still growing in the game, but he's got so much potential. He's been playing really well with his club Anderlecht this season. He's shown that he's capable of playing with one of the biggest teams in Belgium, and I think another move is coming close for Nathan Saliba, and this is a great platform to show how good he is.
Jacques keeps that one in play down the right side, up against Richie Laryea, and Ali Ahmed scooting back to get there, able to defend for Canada, and they'll win the throw here as Ahmed was trying to find Laryea down the left side.
That's great from Ahmed, though, coming back to help defend with his left full-back Laryea. Good play from Jacques, though, showing that he's very capable in forward positions, loves to get down the right-hand flank. And for Vidmar today.
Saliba, Jonathan David wide towards that far side for Tejan Buchanan. He's up against the veteran Ricardo Rodriguez. The left back over there just stands his ground. Rodriguez playing in his 4th World Cup. In fact, he's played every minute of the last 3 World Cups for Switzerland. 33 years old. I wonder if Tejan Buchanan could potentially, if he's at his best today, cause some problems for Rodriguez.
I think he fancies it, Luke. I think, especially the early parts of this game, he's attacking him every time he can. Certainly a mismatch in pace between Rodriguez and Buchanan, but don't overrule that the experience of Rodriguez has played at the highest levels for a long, long time.
Well, Derek Cornelius isn't happy about that call as Bril went down. He's going to be a handful for Cornelius and de Fougerolles. Mbolo, 25 goals at international level.
So strong. You see here Cornelius just pulling on the shirt. You've got to be careful you don't get too tight against a striker like Mbolo. He'll roll you and he'll turn you, so you've got to always give yourself a yard while still trying to be physical at the same time.
De Fougerolles. Chouanier with the ball out of play on the far side. This is the 10th all-time match for Canada at BC Place. In fact, the last 4 games here, the goals have been flowing. 20 scored and just 1 conceded. The last 2 matches here, 6-0 wins against Qatar in the World Cup and Honduras in the Gold Cup opener last year. Akanji. Across the back it goes from the former Manchester City man, 2-time Premier League winner with City. Akanji on the ball again. He won a Champions League title in 22-23. Won the Serie A and Coppa Italia title this season with Inter. Foiler on the ball. Akanji.
Well done. Patience from Canada. A lot of movement from Switzerland. They've got many rotations in the midfield, as you see. The stricken Ismail Kone looking on. I'm sure he'd love to be out there. Amazing to see him down in the dugout, watching with his teammates.
The fans holding up the signs in the 8th minute. The Voyagers doing a lot of work ahead of this tournament to get everything prepared to support the country as best as possible. But there's a lot of people put in a lot of hours to make sure that Ismail Kone got a tribute there in the 8th minute. It's out for a Switzerland goal kick. Four changes for them today. Jacques, Vargas, Sau and Manzabi coming in. Vidmar, Arbischer, and Doy and Rieder, the players dropping out to the bench from the 4-1 win against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Free kick there for the foul by de Fougerolles.
Yeah, Manzambi's playing in and around Luke de Fougerolles. It's a hard task because he doesn't post up against you. He's picking up little pockets off the front. De Fougerolles has got his work cut out, concentrating, went to step.
Fougerolles heads away, Cornelius brings it down. Three of Canada's backline all on yellow cards from previous games in the tournament. If they got another today, they'd miss the next game. And Bolo plays this one off. It'll be cleared away by Ali Ahmed down the left side. Kyle Larin couldn't get there before Elvedi. And inside it goes towards Akanji.
It's a tough little spell, this, for Canada. They're starting to just really control the game, Switzerland, and make sure they just dig in, don't get too deep, and try and keep the ball when they get possession. It's easier said than done at times when you're chasing so much.
All the way through the middle towards Brill and Bolo. It's a chance for Bolo. Capel with the save. Cornelius with the block.
What a save.
Incredible from Maxime Crépol. He hasn't been called upon much in this tournament, but when he was needed right there, Maxime Crépol was not going to be beaten.
It was a magnificent save from Crépol. Wonderful football from Switzerland. You see the gap in between centre-back and full-back. Great touch from Mbolo. He sets it up perfectly for himself. Crépol stands tall, stays big, gets a block on it, and then equally the block from Cornelius as Manzambi follows up was excellent too. Two great pieces of goalkeeping and defending from Canada. But a real example of the threat that this Swiss side have.
Crépol's sixth consecutive start, which ties his career high. This ball bounces, Larin will chase, and the keeper came a long way. Larin was offside. Kobel wasn't going to get there. Elvedi heading it away, but Larin had strayed beyond the last line.
Yeah, just a bit slow to get back, Larin, as he chases this ball forward.
Switzerland 77% of the possession in almost 12 minutes of play there. A top 20 side, ranked number 17 in the world. No goals down the I-5 in Seattle in the other game right now. Highly unlikely that Canada will not finish in first or second in the group. There would have to be a almost miracle swing in terms of the goals between them and also Bosnia and Herzegovina for Canada to drop to third. So it's either first or second as Canada will advance for the first time at the World Cup to a knockout round game. The Fougerolles heads it away.
Well done, he had to make that header. Two players round about him, stretching.
Trottier fouled, the referee plays on. I think Larin might be offside, but he's through on goal here. It's Kyle Larin for Canada. He's round the keeper, but Kobel did well to get a hand onto it. Larin back in for Saliba. It's Saliba driving it in, and now the flag goes up. They let play run on for a long time.
It was tight, but it did look offside. It's the job of the assistant referee to allow it to go, and as Larin just about got round Kobel, still had possession, he was wider, so went maybe a little bit longer than Murat Yakin would have wanted in the Switzerland technical area. Good football. This was probably a foul, but play on was allowed, and that's a great little ball from Ali Ahmed to Larin. And he just tries to go round Kobel. Good save from the goalkeeper, but I believe he was probably about a yard offside.
Switzerland not happy that that wasn't whistled sooner. Their coaching staff in the ear of the fourth official on the near side as it's played forward. Jonathan David couldn't get a touch. Freuler in the midfield finds So. Over the top it goes for Mbolo to chase, but it'll run through towards Maxime Crépol. But even an incident like that can affect players. Kyle Larin didn't score from it. Kobel got a great touch on it.
Yeah.
If it counts or not, it's still going to be in their mindset moving forward.
Agree. It would have been nice to see Larin put it away, but Kobel wins that battle. He got himself a little close to the goalkeeper. I believe he felt trying to slide it past him was maybe off. Tries to go round the goalkeeper. It's very hard with the wingspan of some of these goalies. Kobel, big guy.
Cannon won't get there.
Yeah, 6'5" in the goal. He's a big guy, big wingspan, and He just got the slightest of touches on it, look.
He's been the #1 for Switzerland since after the last Euros when Jan Sommer retired. Akanji. Elvedi. Space opening up for Nico Elvedi to stride forward over halfway, and he pushes that ball down the right. Jaquez will chase, but Richie Larea has the pace to get back there first, and he was fouled. Little shove in the back by Jaquez. And a Canada free kick is the result. 15 minutes in, it's 0-0 here, and if it stays like this, Canada would win the group. Switzerland would finish second.
Canada having a chat there, Jesse Marsh with Ali Ahmed and Kyle Larin. And somebody doesn't like about the press, I believe it's Larin. He's trying to fix something in the way that he's pressing, but an example of, if it is a little off, how easy a team with the quality of Switzerland can just get through you. Got to be really careful, pick and choose your times and commit to it as a team.
Richie Larea with the throw down the left side. His 79th appearance for Canada. Elvedi comes across and out of play it goes for the throw. Larea with a brief spell as a Vancouver Whitecaps player in this stadium. His throw forward. Chouanier's header drops towards Kyle Larin. Xhaka away. Mbolo. Switzerland looking to break quickly here. And Canada scrambling to get the numbers back, and Richie Larea is chasing alongside Manzambi. Manzambi goes down, and Larea is right in his face. He felt Manzambi went down far too easily.
But far too easily. Goes far to say he's lucky not to get a yellow card. It's a complete dive from Manzambi. Larea's pace was very impressive there. That's nothing in that. Not going to get a penalty for that ever. This is the Larin one again. Ball from Ali Ahmed. You can see in the shades of the grass he's a yard offside. Couldn't go round.
Now's the chance for Mbolo. Mbolo with a shot straight at Crépeau. That's twice now. Bril Mbolo has had a decent look on goal. Maxime Crépeau with a big save on the first occasion. And then this time Mbolo couldn't get the weight behind the shot. It's his third World Cup. He's got 3 World Cup goals, Bril Mbolo. Larea. Down the left it goes to Larin. Buchanan was in space over on the far side, but they couldn't find him.
Yeah, you got to go the other side there. Once he broke that pressure, the overload was on the right.
Free kick here for Canada. Murat Yakin jumping up and down on the edge of the technical area with words for the referee, Ramon Abati. He felt that free kick was given a little easily. I think there were a couple of shouts for a free kick in that play.
Yeah, there's a couple of ones, as we've seen in this World Cup. A lot of things have been allowed to continue. Some of the fouls that we've seen previous editions are not being called, which I think adds to the excitement of the game. Canada just ramped up their intensity last couple of minutes. Jesse Marsh wasn't happy with the way things are going. There's another foul from Rodriguez on Buchanan. No more. He's had 2 or 3, and the next foul that he commits, he'll be in the referee's notebook with a yellow card. There's this Mbolo, second chance again, harder one, doesn't catch it at all. A really easy save for Crépeau. It was the first Mbolo one that was a special save, and a clear foul from Rodriguez, who's late to try and get some pressure on Tajon Buchanan.
Chouanier across to take it. His last start was playing just over an hour against Iceland alongside Nathan Saliba at the end of March in a 2-2 draw in Toronto. Chouanier's ball whipped in, comes off to Fougerolles.
Great ball, couple of wonderful deliveries from Mathieu Chouanier so far. Not an easy one for Buchanan. I think Buchanan was in there first, tries to get a connection on it. Larin was free at the back post as well.
So you think from what you've seen from Jesse Marsh and his activity on the edge of the technical area, there are a few frustrations in the first 20 minutes here.
I think he's a little frustrated at the press. I think he's a little disappointed in the energy in his team. He's trying to stir them up. He's a very passionate guy, as we know, and he's feeling like he's going to be active on that touchline in the technical area to just kind of give his side a little G up to go a little bit harder.
Larin putting the pressure on Kobul as Akanji looks to play it out down the left side. The long ball forward. Larrea underneath it. And Bolo has the pace. But Richie Larrea able to get that one back towards Crépeau, and the foul is given in Richie Larrea's favour. Physical start from the Swiss.
Really is physical from both teams. I think they want to make sure that they're winning that battle first and foremost. Like any game, you want to show your intentions early, particularly in 1v1 situations against your opponent, your direct opponent.
This way to the stadium?
Everything's a tap-in with Visa.
Lovely skill to get out of a tight situation, and now a powerful run forward. Just look at the way he turns the defender and gets away. He just couldn't quite get hold of that one. What an occasion. What drama here for these fans to witness. Canada right now have the point they would need to finish top of the group and stay in Vancouver. Chouanier down the left looking for Larrea's run. Larrea against Elvedi, and that's gone out for a goal kick.
I would suggest that Canada were looking forward to the hydration more than Switzerland, who were dominant with the possession and had the best chances of the game. And so that little regroup, refresh, we'll see if the theme of hydration breaks changing momentum is here today in BC Place.
Larin pressing once again. Jonathan David across to the far side on Akanji. They'll play through with Xhaka here. The ball forward for Manzambi. Rodriguez high up towards Embolo. Cornelius underneath, heads back over halfway. Saliba with the flick. Akanji first there. And Johnston with a strong challenge. And both players hurt.
Johnson won the ball. For me, absolutely. Players come together, and it looks like Johnson's worse off, because I think it's Ruben Vargas who comes in on Johnson. Both players still down, hoping that they're okay. Here it is, Johnson wins the ball, and then there's just a coming together because of the bodies are going in opposite directions, so there's no way you can avoid the collision. I just think it's a good old hardy challenge from both. Nothing more in it. Also, Johnson made of solid stuff. He's up, which is great to see. Looks like he's fine.
Switzerland set to qualify for the knockout rounds for the 4th successive World Cup. Johnston underneath this one against Embolo. Cornelius. Johnston being closed down there on the far side, but able to clear it away under pressure from the Sevilla man, Ruben Vargas. Those two tussle again.
It's so tough. It is. It's a real threat in that front line. The defence is doing well, but it is finding it difficult.
Canada breaking with Jonathan David. Here's Tejon Buchanan against Akanji down the right. And Buchanan, I don't think there was much contact there as he went to ground. Tried to push it past Akanji, but maybe too much on that ball forward from Tejon Buchanan.
Yeah, it wasn't the match-up that he wanted. He wanted to be 1v1 with Rodriguez. Akanji, Inter Milan, both. Well, Tejon Buchanan, ex-Inter Milan. Akanji, now Inter Milan defender. Ex-Man City, is a physically imposing defender. And don't think Buchanan felt like he had the beating of the big centre-back.
Buchanan with Canada's only shot on target so far. Johnston gets there in the air, beating Ruben Vargas to the ball. 61st cap for Alistair Johnston today as he floats this one down the line. Akanji coming across in the battle with Buchanan once again. Xhaka.
Schwaner and Saliba got to work a little harder to get on the ball. Johnson was looking for options there. Saliba was a little static. He has to be brave and get on the ball to then pass forward and disturb the shape of Switzerland.
Saliba driving forward past two challengers, trying to find Larin. Buchanan. Now Jonathan David into space for Buchanan to chase, but Akanji, with all of his experience, just watching that one out of play for a goal kick.
Good little flurry though, the change in mindset or momentum of the game that we hope for after the hydration break has been seen a bit. A little heavy from David, but the right idea to try and play Buchanan on the inside channel.
Xhaka is fouled by Schwaner. Granit Xhaka, the 33-year-old now.
Oh. Larin is supposed to retreat, but he's in front of the ball, but Xhaka just swings right through and catches a Canadian forward. This is a contentious one for the referee. Larin shouldn't be there, that has to be said first of all, but Xhaka's reaction looked like a kick out. You see here, he's trying to kick the ball. Larin kicks it away, and Xhaka's movement was right on the shin. It's a difficult one for the referee, this. I think ultimately Xhaka will just about get away with it, but he'll be a lucky boy. It's a bit naughty from the Switzerland captain.
Xhaka now helping Kyle Larin back to his feet, and the two will have a chat.
A little cuddle there. I think Jack is
friends now.
a little worried. A little worried. I mean, he's trying to kick the ball, he'll say. Larin kicks away, which he shouldn't do. But he kicks him on. A yellow card each. I think that's about right, because they were both at fault there, look. There we see it. Larin's got to be back. He can't kick the ball away. It's Switzerland free kick, so he definitely should get a yellow. But I think Xhaka somewhat knows what he's doing there. He's just lucky he never came through with any real force on Kyle Larin, or it might have been a different colour of card.
Xhaka and Rodriguez both making their 15th World Cup appearance today. That is the Swiss national record. Bosnia and Herzegovina are leading Qatar by a goal to nil in Seattle. Ali Begovic with the goal. That result would get Bosnia up to 4 points. Saliba away.
Superb from Defugero.
There's Jonathan David racing forward. Kyle Larin to one side. Ahmed in supports as well. It's Kyle Larin. Larin's ball in. Cobble makes the save.
Well done. Unlucky from Larin. Love that play. His movement was fantastic. Down the right-hand side to begin with. Realised the space wasn't really there. Checked out. David was aware. Played him the other way. I thought he was maybe going to swing at it with his left, but brings it back onto his right. Nice idea. Not quite the placement that he needed to score the goal.
Zambi turns, roll down the left for Vargas to chase onto here, and in the middle Embolo, but Vargas makes a mess of that. Has he gone for goal?
No, I don't know what happened. I think maybe the Fugero got a piece of it. He's trying to square it across the real Embolo. What a move it was from Switzerland. They keep playing these little give and goes through Canada's press. It's too easy. I think Canada have to sit off a little bit, be more careful. It was Xhaka that time, played it into Rodriguez, got it back. Everyone was out of position and cut through. Canada like a butter through, well, a knife through butter, I should say. Too easy.
Cobble out wide for Akanji on the left, closed down quickly by David. Ahmed there as well. Larin waiting to pounce on the edge of the area. Canada's press in full effect. Swiss back line trying to play through it and up to halfway, and forced to turn it over here as Defugero sends it back forward. Jonathan David flicked out for Chouanier down the left. Here's Larin inside for David once more. And he's fouled. Well, it's given the other way for offside.
Yeah. Offside. There's that break again. Sure, Defugero gets something on. Everyone was out of position and cut through. Canada like a butter through, well, a knife through butter, I should say. Too easy.
Cobble out wide for Akanji on the left, closed down quickly by David. Ahmed there as well. Larin waiting to pounce on the edge of the area. Canada's press in full effect. Swiss back line trying to play through it and up to halfway, and forced to turn it over here as Defugero sends it back forward. Jonathan David flicked out for Chouanier down the left. Here's Larin inside for David once more. And he's fouled. Well, it's given the other way for offside.
Yeah. Offside. There's that break again. Sure, Defugero gets something on it. And Larin's chance, trying to find the corner and place it, use that curl. Doesn't quite get it out enough to beat Cobble.
Xhaka's coming forward from the right, headed away by Cornelius. Chouanier helps it on.
He's got to hold it in there though, Chouanier. Midfield battle's really been won by Switzerland. Just a little tentative from Saliba and Chouanier at times when they need to be brave and hold the ball, keep possession.
Jibril Sow with the ball forward in towards the feet of Embolo. Granit Xhaka. Vargas chasing, but too much on that from Granit Xhaka, who had 7 seasons with Arsenal, won the FA Cup a couple of times. Was part of that incredible Bayer Leverkusen team that won the Bundesliga. in 23-24. Given away, though, by Canada to Xhaka.
Too tight to play that ball. The Fugero. Vargas had
Xhaka.
too tight to play that ball. The Fugero. Vargas had just kind of narrowed in a little. Giving them the ball.